she had many jobs getting her business off the ground, actually, because like I said, she was a beautician, and she was also a taxi cab driver, and she was also working at a cleaners as a silk finisher. She would press beautiful blouses like this for all of the entertainers that would come through the city. Food Network or the Travel Channel, I forget which one was first, called and said they was going to give us America's Best Fried Chicken.
Oh, my God.
And they was like, if you don't open, we'll give it to somebody else.
Any plans on going back?
Absolutely. I got to go back home.
Boy, I tell you, so where you start, you going to finish, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I know restaurants who will open up 2 locations and the food tastes totally different from location to location. Same recipe.
It's the love, you have to love it. You have to love this. You have to be consistent. And we do. We do love it.
Welcome to the Business is War podcast. On this platform, we speak to entrepreneurs, true business owners, people who are in the trenches that legitimately do God's work in business. And I believe that wholeheartedly. It's the entire reason why we have this show. I talk to startups, I talk to founders, I talk to whoever has a story that has a business that's trying their best to do their best and to survive, because it is war out here. Today we have Carrie Seaton Stewart from Willie Mae's NOLA, Willie Mae's Scotch House, an iconic brand here in the city. And in my opinion, and the opinion of so many others, the best fried chicken in the entire South. So let's talk to her about her journey, where she started, and how she got it all going in the greatest way possible. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Elliot.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
You got it going on. You got some fried chicken over there, but I want to dig into how it started, the whole 9 yards. We're going to talk about it all, and you know what? Let's leave the viewer in a better place. So my first question is, how did it get started?
Well, it got started as a bar first.
We selling alcohol.
We're selling alcohol.
Okay, where at?
We're on Treme.
Treme.
Actually, in a Treme initially. My grandmother always wanted a bar. A friend of hers told her about that location was available. She got it. She's getting it going. She got a place full of friends. They're drinking. State comes in to check out the license. They say...
Goddamn government was on it back then. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
They say, oh, Miss Willie Mae, we got to take all this beer out of there. To give me all of that. They're taking all the bottles. She's wondering, like, what's going on? They confiscating everything. They said, well, you have a liquor license, but not a beer license. And so one of the gentlemen in there, he said, don't worry about it. We'll drink all the scotch in the house while the people are there. She's not thinking nothing of it. She's focused on these people are taking all my beer, right? Of course. They're taking my product. So a few days later, that customer or one of the men that were in there go to Louisiana Weekly and run an ad, Willie Mae's Scotch House now open. So they named it, and she just kept it and ran with it. And later, another friend told her about the original location at St. Anne and Tonti, which was a larger space. And she was thinking she had more options and opportunities over there. So she went over there and stayed there, where she put a bar in there. And so she was more like a landlord and business owner. So she rented out part of it to a barbershop. And in the front, which had later became the restaurant and a dining room, she rented that part out to a girlfriend of hers as a beauty salon. So it was like the bar was in a sense. Yeah, it was the same thing. And then she later added like her living. So she was living on one side, and then she had the bar, and she had the beauty salon tenant, and she had the barbershop tenant in the back. It wasn't connected. You know, it was like a little, like you would think of like a little strip mall, but it was just that right there at the Scotch House, all of that was going on. And that was because she was a licensed beautician, so she did hair on the side. So she
had the entrepreneur.
Yes, she had the entrepreneur gene.
As a barroom somewhere else.
Yeah.
And she had the fortitude to continue to move forward because she didn't have any options. She wasn't about to go work at a Ford plant nowhere.
Well, she had many jobs getting her business off the ground, actually, because like I said, she was a beautician, and she was also a taxi cab driver, and she was also working at a cleaners as a silk finisher. She would press beautiful blouses like this for all of the entertainers that would come through the city, for Broadway or the musicians. And all of that was connected to the taxi cab drivers because her and her husband and her sons, they all drove cabs. So it was all interconnected. They did White Fleet, and they had their own lines as well.
Okay.
My grandfather and my uncle had their own cab line. They was just a family of entrepreneurs, business people. They would just go get hardworking people. They were just gonna make it happen for themselves. So that was the environment in the family and the community that I grew up under. So that's all I know.
You want to know what's crazy? A name is what you are given if you're lucky, and it's what you're called when you have established yourself. That's what they call it. So, out of folklore, Willie Mae's Scotch House comes into play. Somebody done just gave her the name, and she done took it and ran all the way with it because she is an entrepreneur. She got multiple jobs. She out here hustling. Man, your grandma was a rolling stone.
Rolling with it.
Okay, all right.
So she kept doing that until the bar picked up to where she felt like she didn't need to do that. So, okay, I don't need to. I got the beauty salon paying their rent. I have the barbershop paying their rent. The bar business is booming. And then later, the beauty salon, that tenant, she got sick.
Okay.
So it was closed for a while. And these bar customers that were always in there, and she said she would send a call for them to get all kind of food and seafood from Dookie Chase's all the time for her bar business,
Okay.
So they said, don't you put nobody else in there. Stop renting that out. Add a restaurant.
2 blocks away.
2 blocks away. So they would say, don't put nobody else in there. Just add a restaurant. We could smell that food coming out your kitchen because the door that was behind the bar, I told you she had at her house, that was her kitchen. So as she would open the door, they could smell her food. No, not at Dookie Chase's, at Willie Mae.
Yeah.
But before, she would have to buy all the food over there.
Okay.
Bring it over or something. Or if my uncle had a seafood shop, they would have like seafood night and stuff like that. So the customers was like, you could add a restaurant. So she later added the restaurant. So that was maybe like early 70s, if not 1970s. So from 1957 to about 1970, it was just a bar.
Right. So let that be a lesson. Number one, the name was given, and she stepped into it.
That's right.
Number two, she took an opportunity for more real estate, and she used it the right way, keeping jobs and doing whatever she had to do to keep pushing forward and keep moving forward. And listen, it takes sometimes a lifetime to build something great, and she has done that. And I'm glad we're chronicling it. But listen, look at the lessons. The lesson of landlordship, the lesson of, which is real estate, the lesson of evolution, because the beauty salon, the bar, the evolution towards a restaurant, right 2 blocks from an iconic black-owned restaurant here in the same area. I mean,
she was nervous about that.
Well, guess what? Guess what? History has shown that she did the right thing, right?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm not mad with her. Okay, so tell me about when she starts cooking food.
So she starts cooking food, and the customers was like, all right, so you're going to have a set menu, but you should do specials too, because we do that in New Orleans. She's a Mississippi girl now.
If you don't know what specials are, some restaurants go blueprint 7 days a week with the same menu or of whatever the variation is. But in New Orleans, we cook the soul food restaurants specials. So what's your daily specials like?
So her daily specials would be like Monday and Wednesday, she would make red beans and butter beans. And so, of course, that would take hours. So that was the specials. And then on Tuesdays, she would have like cabbage or spaghetti and meatballs. You could get red beans every day. And then on Thursdays, she would have stewed chicken. And everybody would call on the phone and order that up. So you probably try and walk in and order it. You might not get it because everybody called to make sure she held her order, held their order. And then on Fridays, it was seafood. So that could be anything from a seafood gumbo, stuffed crabs. She would pan-sear fried trout, shrimp. So, special. She just did special. Then it was just set menu.
Well, I like that. So now she's dabbling into full restaurant ownership and architecture, and she's providing the customer with what they want. And I'm crazy about that because it's like so many business owners don't get that lesson.
And the food took off, and it was less about the bar because the food was so great. And so it's just always a pivot. You know, it was just supply and demand.
So Grandma kept moving the line. All right, I'm not
kept
mad
moving the
with
goalposts. And that's where I feel like we are today. It's like always growing with it, the evolution of the brand, you know.
So tell me, when did you step into the restaurant in an unofficial capacity? When did you get in and was like, okay, I'm about to start waiting tables or working? How did you do
I've been there my whole life. I was running around there as a toddler,
Wow.
like playing with salt and pepper shakers and the sugar caddies, you know, saying, I got to have something to do around here. I had little aprons they would make for me and things, but I really started probably working there as a teenager, and then I went off to college. I came back after graduating, and they were still there, and you know, getting older and moving slower, and I was like, "Oh, I need to help them out," because you know they were so busy. You know, it was always busy, and it was just my grandparents in there. You know, so I was like, I gotta help it out, but I wasn't thinking that me going in to help out was about to be my life.
your career?
Absolutely. But it's more than a career. It just takes over your life.
But let me just, and anybody that's ever been a restaurant owner understands that.
Yeah.
You ain't about to open the doors and never walk up in there. You're going to live there.
Yeah.
And that was something that you had to, do you remember the moment you were like, okay, this is it. This is my thing.
I mean, I wrestled with it, but I didn't.
That's honest. That's honest.
Yeah. I wrestled with that, but it wasn't until, you know, the Food Network or the Travel Channel, I forget which one was first, called and said they was going to give us America's Best Fried Chicken.
Oh, my God.
And they was like, if you don't open, we'll give it to somebody else, but we're going to feel bad about it because we want to authentically give it to you. So that person will be like, they the best, but we don't really feel that way.
Okay, all right. So
I say, way to lay it on thick. So we on a call, and it was like, we just being honest. I was like, this is gonna be my life, and it was like, and it could be a beautiful one.
And so you just, well, look, I got to be honest with you. I tell this to people. Most of them don't understand it. If your last name was Painter.
Yeah, then you're a painter sometimes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for you to take the baton pass from a historically founded, you know, business in the family.
Yeah.
I give you the shout out because I know so many people whose hard work in their generation allowed their children to go to college and have a better life than them.
Right.
Only to go be doctors and the family business die.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting here wondering, what if the 100-year brands that we've heard of had kids who benefited from the hard work of the parent in the first or second generation, and then he went on to do something else to only let
But maybe that's purposeful too as well. So maybe that's growth as well. So it's just, you know, the family's vision. I don't know, you know, sometimes you have to be, it's like a little bit psychopath to walk in that shadow, you know. And it's also you stepping into somebody else's shoes. You walking in someone else's shadow.
Yeah.
And then it's just like the burdens that come with it, the challenges that come with it, and all the nonstop skeptics. Mm-hmm. So you got to be a strong person. You got to be a tough cookie. So
well, you definitely are that, but I never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, heritage over everything. But what you're saying is, well, Elliot, you know, everybody got their own journey, right?
Yeah.
And that's a different perspective.
Yeah.
Because I look at families like a Barks family or a Rouse's family whose sons have gone into the business and they're proud of it.
Yeah.
They're proud of their heritage.
Right.
And so there is a different perspective on that.
Yeah.
And that's something to think about as well. But so you done came back from college and now you're working in a restaurant and you're helping your grandparents.
Yeah.
And you pretty much taken the baton.
Yeah.
What did you learn when you stepped into the leadership role?
That it was easier said than done.
I bet.
I just every day, was a challenge.
Yeah.
Every year. Yes, we have grown, but in this industry, it is a very challenging industry that you must fall in love with.
And you got to be
It
10 toes
requires
down every
that.
day.
Oh yeah,
Because
it requires that.
I think everybody should work in a restaurant and be a part and try to do something with that area, because it's like that is a real microcosm of what life is about.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to be a waitress? I really do know it's not easy.
Yeah. Because it's not self-serving.
Okay. Explain that.
I mean, you got to put the guest first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't bring your life to the table. You can't bring your life to the table.
No.
It's always a new experience for them. And remember, that waitress is the only waitress or waiter is the only line of defense for the entire experience of that particular food state.
Yeah, in a moment.
In the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They remember them the most.
They do.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, in leadership, you learn about the real estate, the government stuff that you're gonna have to do with to keep your business running, the safeties and permits and all that other kind of stuff. What did you learn about the people? So tell me, when you first started to now, how have people evolved in your restaurant?
What people we speak, and we speak
Just in general, like if you're hiring people, what has the evolution of you in your last 20 years or whatever your career is? What have you noticed different about people today versus back then?
I mean, I don't think it's the people that really change.
What do you think?
Per se, because everybody is a unique situation, it's a unique experience. And I try to learn from each individual because they all bring something to the table.
Yeah,
they do. And it's a team. And, just like with any good team, whether you think of football, basketball, trades happen, they go through a whole lot to make this winning championship team, right? And when I find someone special, hey, I'm hanging on. I let them know that. I let them know how much they appreciate it. And I let anybody know that until you make me know you're one of them, you got to just respect that they special to me. Okay. They loyal to me, I'm loyal to them. And that's stuff that people don't get, though.
Okay.
They really don't.
So let me tell you something. We've already got our real estate lesson.
Right.
We just got our human resources lesson. You said that everybody's different, and you just they gotta prove themselves, and your loyalty is there. And once you got it, you hold on to them, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? I might have to adopt that policy because I be trying. I don't know, because it's like, for me, it's like I think people should see the gravity of an opportunity or whatever. Do you realize that today's average person in their 20s and 30s they're just not working anywhere?
A lot of that is by choice. They think differently than we did.
Yeah.
For us, we didn't have that distraction device in our hands. And we lived in a three-dimensional world. It was like things happen real time. Mm-hmm. We wanted our money every week or every 2 weeks or whatever. We made something happen. You had your side hustle, whatever it was. Whereas they may think because of the distraction of social media and the phones and things, like they think this rich life is like easily attainable in a moment. Mm. And they forget that people worked hard for stuff. Mm. And they forget that things are an illusion. And they forget that things are a distraction.
Come on, people used to remember phone numbers. We don't do that anymore.
Yeah, so it's like living in a fictional world. So our generation, we may see like, we can't connect with it, right? Because we know it was a journey. But I feel like some of the younger people, they don't think the journey was that hard because they don't have that connection to that. Mm-hmm. It's so far removed.
Okay. Give me the Katrina story. Tell me about that. What happened? Where was Willie Mae's Scotch House during Katrina?
During Katrina, like days prior, or like the state of it.
You were open. You were open and operating.
Yes, we were open and operating. Actually, we was kind of. everybody in the nation was finding out about this little neighborhood eatery.
Right.
That's what was happening in 2005, right before Katrina.
About to blow up.
About to blow up. About to blow up.
And then here comes this damn storm that done tore my whole city up.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened? You guys had to close for how long?
Almost 2 years.
Do you understand most restaurants didn't come back from Katrina?
Yeah.
I don't mean like 25%. I'm talking about like 55%.
Yeah, it was devastating.
It was a life changer.
Yeah.
And so 24 months or around, you got the restaurant back open.
Well, not me. That we had a lot of help from a lot of different organizations and people and things like that. Southern Foodway Alliance organized, raised a lot of money, and they got together with a lot of different organizations. They had volunteers.
Yeah.
They saved Willie Mays. They saved fried chicken.
Well, it should have been. I mean, I can't imagine New Orleans without Willie Mays right now. Mm-hmm. So was there any damage?
Oh, there's a lot of damage. Yeah. Ooh. So it was like maybe 4 feet of water sitting there for that long duration. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, our city does live under the waterline. Unfortunately, it is. But you're back open. You're finally back open 2 years afterwards. You're frying chicken again. The line is out the door. Mm-hmm. Did it start right away, or did it take a little while to build up?
It took a little while, but not that long.
Not that long. When you start frying chicken, people start lining up, huh?
I mean, as the city, was working real hard to have people come in, we had a lot of conventions. We had Hollywood South booming at the time. Movies were being made and TV shows were being shot, like Treme and stuff like that. So they had those actors and they had conventions coming through. So that helped with the city's economy, and that helped with us getting back. His people, everywhere wasn't open, just like you said. So if you had a place and you could serve and you had something good
staff,
and you had some staff, then you had the opportunity to make some money.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Most important question in the world is, how did you come up with the recipe for the chicken?
I didn't.
How do you still make that authentic taste from one generation to the next? Because let's be honest, Popeyes don't taste the same. So how did you do it? How did you?
You just be consistent.
Just being consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the reason I asked that is because, like I said, I know so many restaurants that what they used to cook and the way they used to, and the suppliers and everything else, it just doesn't transition. Mm-hmm. But I don't know what it is. Whatever you're doing,
quality control. You gotta taste it. You gotta eat it.
So you saying that you use real senses to because that's crazy to me. I mean, I'm thinking you got a chemistry set in the back or something, No chemistry set. Okay.
I eat my food.
Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you the gumbo. Listen, even though Willie Mays is known for the fried chicken, but why is everybody raving about the gumbo?
It's good gumbo. It's good Creole gumbo.
It is. It is. It's really good Creole gumbo. And I just had a gumbo tour over there, and we all think that it's absolutely it's the greatest. Okay, all right. So look, tell me the lesson in switching locations.
I mean, I miss home. I'm going to start there. I miss home.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah, real bad. Real bad. I miss home.
But you're bigger, you're better, you're more centralized.
I mean, I'm grateful, I'm blessed, but I still miss home. I mean, we were just in the Treme all those years. I grew up there, That's the heart. That's the mothership. So I do miss home. Mm-hmm. But that location has been great to us. It's been good. Yeah, things break and all of that kind of stuff. But it has been well received.
Any plans on going back?
Absolutely. I got to go back home.
Boy, I tell you. So where you start, you're going to finish, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not
finish strong. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So listen, what's next for Willie Mays?
Oh, everything. I mean, we're gonna try to be consistent. That's what works for us.
It does.
That's what works for us. And I just love sharing a part of my grandmother and Willie Mays and New Orleans culture with the community.
Well, I think she'd be extremely proud of you because you have grown that business, and don't think that that's not a massive accomplishment. Because I know a lot of people who have taken the baton pass and threw it off the cliff. And here it is, you're here, you're growing, you're thriving. Be proud of that, because she would be tremendously proud of you, because the name still lives on. Very few people in this world can wake up, build a life, pass away, and still be remembered. And here it is. Her name is ringing in the halls of cooking culinary royalty in the city of New Orleans and abroad, because you've done an amazing job. So don't take that for granted.
Thank you.
Now, you say, okay, all right, we get Katrina's story. Okay, James, tell me about the James Beard Award. Exactly what is that, and how did you guys get it?
The James Beard Award is like the Oscars of the food industry.
Go ahead on. Y'all got a gold trophy. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's a medal, but it's wonderful. It's an elite group. So they decided to honor her. Like I said, in 2005, she was getting all these honors for American Classic Restaurant.
Yeah.
In the southern region. So they do it for 4 regions, and so she got it that year for the southern region, which means like you are a part of the culture and the fabric of it, influential, and like a melting pot of it for, I believe it's like 20 plus years. That's the type of, I guess that's like the criteria for that award. So that's what the honor is.
Let me tell you something. That's exceptional, because I don't think that there are that many James Beard Award-winning restaurants in New Orleans.
We have quite a few.
We do?
Now, this is New Orleans, though. So,
Well,
you know.
yeah.
We have quite a few James Beard Awards and chefs.
Well, listen, every time somebody come to New Orleans, and I have guests all the time, I send them right over there, and boy, y'all don't miss.
I love it.
Good to go. Listen, I don't know if I like the beans more, the gumbo more. The cornbread is epic. The gumbo, I hate eating it in the summertime, but man, I have to do it anyway. And then the fried chicken is the backbone. I mean, like, you got to tell me that y'all got some kind of secret ChatGPT formula to make the recipes. There's got to be some way that y'all doing that, because and for me, because I'm a real foodie and I'm a real enthusiast of food, because I understand how hard it is. I know restaurants who will open up 2 locations and the food tastes totally different from location to location. Same recipe.
It's the love, you know. You have to love it. You have to love this. You have to be consistent, and we do. We do love it.
Okay,
you know, we love serving the people. We love all of that. You know, putting others first. You know,
so
it's self-serving, but it's rewarding.
I can't equate that,
Yeah.
but I really do understand that.
Like people come and celebrate their birthdays there. That feels so good. That you wanted to celebrate your birthday at Willie Mae's. Like, what? Come on.
Man, own that. I love it. So love is the missing ingredient.
Yeah.
Can I put that on the recipe card?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't teach you how to love though, so.
Well, whatever you're doing is, like I said, it's working, but man, I just can't imagine that. And I'm telling you that these restaurants are having those types of issues with the consistency, and you're saying, look, you got to put passion and love in it. Nothing wrong.
That's where it starts. Like, that's where it starts. And you got to believe in it, so you got to believe in something.
I'm getting a master class in entrepreneurialism today, and it doesn't sound like just hard work. It sounds like compassion and love.
Mm-hmm. What they say, if you love what you do, then it doesn't feel like work, so.
Okay. All right. Now let me ask you a crazy question. Do you think that your generation is going to pick up the baton, or is there going to be, what do you think?
My generation or the next?
The next one, the one that comes.
I don't know. He says he will, but I told him it's no pressure. Because it's a lot, you know.
It's hard.
It really is a lot. It really is a lot. This is your life. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now,
it's your life. That's why I only have one child. And I had him later, because you just work. You work.
Okay.
But that's what my grandmother always said. She used to tell me all the time, I don't know if you want this baby. This is a lot of work. And she wasn't lying.
Meaning the restaurant?
Yes.
Now, what do you do to maintain your personal gravity of life outside of the restaurant?
Well, I have my friends and my family that I love so much.
So you do have fun?
Yeah. They keep me grounded. Yeah. I have fun. I have a great time. I love New Orleans. I have a good time.
Okay. Well, the reason I
Yeah.
say that is because I'm sitting here wondering for myself if I have an off switch, and I don't think I do. But I also love what I do, so I don't feel like I'm working.
No, you got to unplug. You'll turn into a robot.
Well, call me Scotty then. You know what I'm saying? You know, something.
No.
Okay. All right. I wish we had some food right now. I wish we had some Willie Mays. In fact, we're going to lunch at Willie Mays today. Can I get a discount?
Oh, there you go, Elliot.
Hey, listen, think about this. Have you ever met an
Yes.
airline stewardess? The first question you ask is, can I get a free plane ticket?
Right.
You know, people always say
That's
that.
right. All right. I got you this time.
Well, no, I'll never. I love that. But I always wonder if people do that just subsequent.
No,
Just,
not really.
you know, they
don't do that.
Okay, all right. So we got all of that stuff. We got human resources. We got real estate. We got menu architecture because you are doing something different. You still running specials over there?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But we have a lot of new items, so.
Give me a new item. I love the yams.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. I don't know what it is about them things. Them bad boys are good.
Well, you know, we sell a lot of the catfish etouffee, which is the fried catfish, and chef have an etouffee sauce on top of it, served with potato salad. So it's still like a New Orleans classic Creole dish. Yeah. We have a lot of good things, you know. We sell a lot of fried chicken Caesar salads for the salad lovers. Yeah.
Now that's different.
Yeah.
A fried chicken heavy restaurant that has salad.
Oh, yeah. We sell a lot of salads.
Well, that's because you're
Grilled chicken salad.
full service restaurant.
Yes.
Grilled
Yeah.
chicken salads.
Grilled shrimp salads.
Now,
Yeah.
do you have a place to be able to mentor a young up and coming chef or a restaurateur that wants to come and shadow you? I know that's a heavy lift. That's almost like having a new kid, right?
Yeah.
I got to tell you something. You might want to just look at it. Me, I ain't say do it. I just say look at it. Because, you know, you never know. You know? Me too. We need to mentor people, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we take breaks. We have friends. We have a life. No pressure on our offspring. And you're just building and growing and maintaining it. And I'll tell you something. If you had to give me right now a thought of what would you want the world to know about what you've done with Willie Mays since you took it, what would it be?
I just feel like I took a lot of honor in it, in keeping my grandmother's business open, and I hope that's what's remembered. That I respected it, I loved it, I honored it, and she always would say, a good name is greater than great riches, and I just hope that they learned her name and came and experienced it and had a good time, and, you know, we left a good impression. And it seems that way because we have grown tremendously.
Yes,
and we have people that, you know, in the restaurant industry, we say regulars. We have regulars that are in other states. You know, people come by several times a year or every year, and, you know, they've watched us grow, and they share in that journey. And so that's all my give back or take back from it is that I just try to honor it and take the legacy serious.
Well, I think that says a lot. I believe that Willie Mays is one of America's greatest restaurants, and it's definitely one of New Orleans' best restaurants ever. And I believe that you've done an amazing job with it. You've taken that baton pass, and you are running faster and further than anybody ever could imagine. And I give you your flowers here.
Thank you.
Well, here you have it. We talked about human resources. We talked about recipes that include love. We talked about the family baton pass that, you know, does exist, but with respect. We talked about how employees have a human resources, a give back situation in which they are there to prove themselves, and they are having a safe place right there at a restaurant like Willie Mays. James Beard Award, from the Scotch House to a fried chicken staple in the entire world. There you have it. This is Business War, and this is Carrie Seaton Stewart, and she is the proprietor of the world-famous Willie Mays Scotch House, and we will see you on the other side.